taking over.
It is. It definitely is.
You know
There's a lot of artists out there. You know, Bad Bunny, Asuno. I listen to those artists. They popping. I'm not even gonna front. They doing their thing out here. However,
I thought we was gonna have my music in the background. With
I'm not a huge
fan.
Can't do that. Like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Jack Dan, we got my boy Jack Dan. Jack Dan was good, man.
You already know what it is.
You know what I'm saying? Do we have people on the side?
We see
what
you chilling, the vibe.
Do we have people sending messages on the side right there? Like,
what's going on this?
I'm actually telling people to, you feel me? Yes, we got one.
What?
My sis, you feel me?
Hey sis.
Shout out to my sis. What's
up,
good?
sis?
Yeah. What's good, sis?
Beach Frosh, what's good? What's good? We here. You know what I'm saying? You see me? You see me? You see me in the bro? We here.
Oh, see, I was trying to. Oh no, okay. I could Bluetooth that another month. Yeah. Yeah.
How we sounding now? We
Live.
sound good?
Live.
Y'all can hear us?
See, I was trying to say some of these things, right? But we could go into some of the things. We could jump ahead before we get into to the meat and potatoes and things.
Yes.
Because I told you I'm her friend's supposed to come, right? She's gonna be one of our guests, right? So I want to make sure that she feels comfortable when she's here. So when I attack, you know what I'm saying, when I get at her, she makes sure that she got her armor against her. Because when I was talking with her friend was like, "No, Cass, you don't even know, cause Nikki, it was going in." So I was like, and then that gave her the battery in her back. So I want her to have all the battery in her back,
listen,
all the armor. So when I break it down on her, there's no excuses.
She gonna hold it down. You feel me?
This is a whole new type of he say, she say going on.
It's always like that, though. You know that's what Bochinche gossips about. That he say, she say, right? Someone heard it from someone, and then they twisted the story.
That's
and then
how it goes.
Someone
But you know,
like,
there's his story, her story, and then there's the truth. That's how that shit goes.
There's always three sides.
You know what I'm saying?
Like you said, but before we get into what we're going to be talking about today on the show, guys, I definitely want to put out what the question of the day is. I want y'all to keep in mind, everybody who's watching us right now, if you're not, you know what I'm saying, tune in. We here, Harlem Variety Show. Catch us on YouTube now.
Diggy Down Music.
Yes.
Diggy Down Music. Subscribe,
right
like,
now.
share.
Right now. You can call in, but our question of the day is hold on, give me 1 second. My phone locked out. I got it though, yeah. Okay. The question of the day is self-hate a disease? So I want y'all to keep that in mind. You know, back of your head. Call up later and we'll talk about it. But is self-hate?
Now, what's the number? Let me get that number. Tell us the number.
646 776 3818
3818. Now it should be down posted at the bottom, right? He's gonna say it again.
646 776 3818
3818. Call us in. We're gonna do something like a little bit later on. Or have some callers. If you have some good conversations, it's self-hate a disease. That's a real good joint. You know what I'm saying? Speaking of that, right? You heard that? See, she on.
Feel me?
She's a keeper.
We gotta get y'all to call in. You know what I'm saying? Just don't be watching the show. Call in. Right. We need y'all to call in.
Speaking of self-hate.
Or join this live chat on YouTube right now.
Yes.
Right now.
Yes. All right. Dr. Phil, right? You saw the show?
Yes.
All right.
I saw the listen, it was crazy. It's like, you think you got problems, and when you see other people's problems, you ain't seeing your problems ain't shit compared to these people's problems. You heard? Real talk.
So just for people who don't know, it's the Dr. Phil show, right? Y'all probably seen a whole bunch of memes or whatever about this little girl. This girl is 16. Her name is Treasure, right? So Treasure and her mother go on. This was like last week or this week, right? No, it was last week. They go on Dr. Phil's show, right? So they go on Dr. Phil's show, and she rants about how she feels as though she's not black, right? That black people are ugly, her nose does not resemble black people's nose, and her hair is not how.
Does not represent African American hair.
And she has a body more like a Kardashian. Do you know where Kardashians are from?
Do you know who the Kardashians are trying to resemble?
Now, they're still
their bodies,
but I mean,
with all the work they've gotten done. I'm just saying.
So, after that, her sister goes on and saying that, you know, they just wanted to get some money or just go on a trip. So that's why all this stuff was going on. But it was a lot more to that because the mother, who was African American, she faded to black. But she married a white guy, but that's not the child's father. Father's African American. I don't think he's around, or he might have passed away, or whatever. But she knows who her father is. She always told her who her father was. But I guess her being with the white man since she was young, and then the white man died, she always saw that man as her father. So it was like, I guess I'm down with the white folk because
my stepfather's white.
My stepfather's white.
And I grew up white. Like, that's the truth.
But for you to go through all that to get a...
well, I'm reading here, since you said, you know, since you spoke on how like the stunt or, you know, maybe fake, I see here that it is, you know, a lot of people are calling it fake, and, you know, they just want to get famous and make money, and they were comparing it to the Cash Me Outside.
The same girl, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So...
just a chick who got some issues. For you to even go through all that stuff, you must still have some kind of issues with yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like,
about to play the clip of Homegirl.
Okay.
Yeah, how about you play the clip?
So we're going to go to a clip right now?
Yeah, let's go to that clip.
We're going
That's
to
what I'm talking about.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? We on point today.
This nigga like, so
we on point today. We need to come up with some cues. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you know what I'm saying?
I'm going to just like go to a clip. You know what I'm saying?
A few seconds later.
I want to introduce you to someone, Spirit, a life coach and therapist from Atlanta. As a life coach and as a very accomplished and successful African American woman, what are you hearing and what do you have to say to this young woman?
Well, you know, I think if you get caught up in the very extreme things that she's talking about, then you miss the tragedy of her story, Dr. Phil. And the tragedy is, unfortunately, Mom, you didn't intend to. And I actually heard you say, well, what I told her about who she was, and then told her the truth later on, well, nobody was going to get hurt. Unfortunately, somebody did, the most important person, and that was your daughter. You lied to her about who she was, and then when you told her that she was something else, it caused a complete identity crisis. So we have issues around culture, we have issues around class, we have issues around racial identity, and we have issues around self-esteem. It's not that she hates black people, it's that she hates herself and she wants her own life back. She wants her life back.
Well, I couldn't agree more, which is why I ask you, what is it that you're so upset with yourself about? Why are you so angry?
I don't take hood rat serious at all. So I'm not going to even pay her any mind. If I've been white since the day I've been born, then I'm still white now, and I will be white every day I wake up. Most definitely. There's nothing out here that can change my opinion, not some hood rat telling me you don't know what you're talking about, or not you, Dr. Phil. No.
Do you think that it is becoming to you to refer to this very fine, well-educated woman that flew halfway across the country,
so they can hear it,
to reach out to you, to refer to her as a hood rat? Do you think that's becoming to you?
Well, I don't know why she would
Do you
try
think
to...
that's flattering to you to do that? You think
I mean, I'm
that
just telling the
edifies
truth.
you?
I'm not lying.
Well, I didn't want to ask
Oh,
you.
you're lying.
I feel like it's becoming of me to tell the truth. So, yes.
I think at this point it's really important for us to deal with facts. And so, Treasure, I think exposure is important. And so I would absolutely invite you to come and shadow me in Atlanta so that you could actually meet and understand what amazing black women look like, so that you can learn your black girl magic.
That's really good. Well, thank you. I'd rather not.
All right, so that was a clip of, you know, what we were talking about.
Yeah, and then that goes on into the whole thing we're talking about with self-hate. Even if you didn't even portray all of this stuff, you still got a lot of shit going on with you, little
You
girl.
still feel some type of insecurity
you got some shit
within
going
yourself
on with you.
if
I don't know.
you really going through with stunts like this. Like, you gotta think about this, like,
and then your mom for your mom to co-sign.
You know what I'm saying? That's even, it's like, what's wrong with your mother?
So that's why I'm like, so there might be some truth to it, might be some realness. I don't know.
It seems like the mother got some insecurity issues too.
There's a lot of people who feel like that, you know. I spoke to this dark skin, she's Dominican.
Okay.
You know, dark skin Dominican. She doesn't really classify herself as black at all. And she just puts it as like, I'm just Spanish. Like, so I said, well, where are you from? She said, I'm from the Dominican Republic. I said, okay, so what's right next to the Dominican Republic?
What was her response?
She
On the
said,
same island.
Let me hear this. What was her response?
Yeah. She said,
know,
Haiti. I
this
said, so you guys are totally different? Because it's, you know. She said, no, I know what you're saying, but that's different. I said, how is it different? I don't really get it.
It's like a stream that separates y'all, isn't it? Or like a river?
A fence.
It's
It's
not even that much body of water that separates y'all two. Are you kidding me?
3 twigs.
You know what? Your whole just being people. They created the word Hispanic, and then it just made it a whole something. But before it was just everybody was just black. Like you were just all niggas. Like if you wasn't white, you was just a nigga. But you know you have to label your cattle. You know what I'm saying? You gotta label your cattle.
That's how it is. That's the reality.
Prime rib, you know what I'm saying?
And
just you gotta label your meat sports. So you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But you know that's how I think of on life. But also think the self-hate thing is a serious thing, and people just not saying that everybody.
That's what brings us to the Spice.
The Spice Girl.
The whole situation with Spice.
Like the week before.
Yeah.
But this thing, same thing. Like people say it was makeup, but I don't think it was makeup. I think she actually bleached her skin. The bleaching goes away. But still, no, for you to have to bleach your skin to go through the whole thing, and then to make a comment like, people can't say that I'm black anymore because I'm a brownin.
Yeah.
So, right.
I mean, I don't know.
But it was a positive song. The song was dumb positive. Like
I think it was makeup though. It was makeup. I'll tell you that much. Because she actually posted a picture on her Instagram where, she's back to her.
Oh, original skin.
Yes, her original skin, and she basically was just speaking on the whole. It was a stunt on. Okay. Oh, all right, cool. Then you know what? Then shout outs to you. Then I take back all that shit I said. You know what I'm saying? Then you were just doing it to prove. For the video. Yeah. I guess. All right, cool. You didn't bleach your skin.
That is actually a big problem that they have.
And she said it.
But that's so horrible. Yeah, we were talking about that.
That happened. She did not bleach her skin. I quote her because this is what she said. I did not bleach my skin.
Live.
It was just, to show the world, like, listen, I get more attention if I'm lighter, which is sad, but it's the truth. It's what's going on right now. It's been going on forever because even in Puerto Rico,
identity crisis.
The light Puerto Ricans, they had issues with the dark Puerto Ricans, and it didn't make sense because at the end of the day, everyone was Puerto Rican. So it's just the way the world is working right now, and it's bullshit. And everyone needs to grow up and get out of that mentality that we're definitely all alike. We have more similarities, excuse me, than differences. We definitely do. And we need to do our research. We need to read. We need to get more books. You understand? Leave all that bullshit alone and really
But
let
once
your
again,
mind. Yeah.
we call in. We're gonna call in, get some calls later after we, talking about a little bit about some more stuff. But what's that number?
Yes, the number is 646-776-3818. Again, that's 646-776-3818. You heard him holler.
Yo, put my man Jack Daniels on. What's going on? Why you didn't put my man Jack Daniels on?
Listen,
I thought you was gonna put him in on when his joint came on. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's what you really should have did.
Just the logo was up.
Oh.
Well, I'm in the building though. I'm just saying that self-hate is vicious though.
But here we go, Jack Daniels.
Yeah, y'all know. Listen, man, I'm back in the building. Yo, KP, listen, I love the format. I just want to say that. Thank you for welcoming me back home too. Shaka doing the thing out here. Diggy Dime in the building. Jack Dan Beats in the building. My nigga Osbar in the building.
This is one of the Diggy Dime entrepreneurs.
We in the building, man.
Be here with us. You know what I'm saying?
I
Call
love
up.
the format. Let's get it going. What's the number again? One more time.
The number is 646-776-3818.
Let's drill that in them one time, no?
Take a female to remember, y'all.
Right, but I'm saying that we do
up?
that, man.
Call up.
What's about that self-hate? Let's get back on that self-hate.
Is self-hate a disease? Call us up.
What do I think?
Yeah, what you think about that?
The self-hate issue is, but I think it's more lack of knowledge of oneself. Mm-hmm. You know, when you think about the word ignorance, the root word is ignore. Mm-hmm. So if you ignoring the fact of everything, you laying it to the side for a later day. So let's not be ignorant about it. I mean, just Jack Dan facts. You know what I'm saying?
Talk about
I'm just don't be ignorant to it. Self-hate. Let's think about self-preservation, man. What about self-nationality, though? Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, I can go on, man.
Not being aware of yourself, just being secure of who you are. You know what I'm saying? That's where that all comes from. Not being able to.
But a lot of people can't do that because they don't know their own culture.
Yeah.
That's
Exactly.
why the education comes in.
You gotta study.
With the girl Treasure, I think she sees the privileges that come with one having a stepfather that was white, and then being in the community that's white, and then having all these little young girls, privileged white girls around you.
Set in the setting of
set
whiteness.
in that situation already. So you're boxed in that whole thing, like thinking you're a fucking Kardashian.
Okay.
So once you come out of that box, nobody can tell you nothing because that's the box that you grew up in.
Program.
You understand what I'm saying?
Somebody that grew up on the corner trying to tell a nigga that
you program.
You not.
Yeah.
Everything is how you're brought up. You know what I'm saying?
It starts from there. That's the root. That is true.
If you brought up like red was green for your whole life. When you get in the car and that light is red, you gonna think that means go.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Because that's how you was brought up.
Program.
You know what I'm saying? That's just how things
is. It's a program.
You know so I think that's what it has to do with it. She's 16. You gotta understand that too. But with all of the social media and things that's going on and people being woke, you understand what I'm saying? For you not to at least understand that even white people is more woke now. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't know that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I knew we were bad, but not that bad.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Your surroundings definitely does play a part though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It definitely does. Like I learned in school that after a certain age, like your parents no longer, they don't have control over, not that they don't have control over the way you raise, but they send you out in the world because you go to school. You know what I'm saying? You go to after school programs. You're more. Your home isn't your only environment. So now you're learning from your surroundings, and you picking up, you seeing what's hip, what's not hip, you seeing what's, and you're right, that could have played a huge part. Her school, we don't know if she went to an all-girls school. Most likely that neighborhood was all
culture and surrounding.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? That's what it plays a part to it.
There's a thing, it's on Facebook, this dude, and he was speaking on how everything has evolved in this world. Everything. The phone was a little wooden thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The computer was a big old box. Now it's a damn phone.
Yes.
Right? Now you go as far back as you want to. Technology. You can look at a classroom. Classroom looks the same way it looked 80 years ago.
100 years ago.
100 years ago that it does now. Why hasn't the education process changed?
That's a fact.
But it does change when people have their own private learning system. Now all these charter schools, not even going to say charter schools, when you go upstate, they have these schools where classrooms are built like college rooms. What do they call that? College dorms? Not dorms, but the classrooms where the steps are.
Oh, it's like an
auditorium.
Right.
Auditorium style, but more in a circle and nice chairs where you're not necessarily on a desk. You're sitting in nice chairs.
You're high up, so everyone can see the professor. That's how it's set up.
You know what I'm saying? As opposed to a teacher standing up high over everyone else. He's more down low where everyone has to sit down and you can see more of everyone else. You know what I'm saying? Those are just the little things in learning processes that people don't understand. Why everyone doesn't learn the same anymore. I learned that working in the education system. Some kids learn different ways. Kids that can't sit in a desk and write all day. But if you put a basketball in his hand and you talk about some math, maybe he can fucking
learn how to
do all that shit.
You
know what I'm saying? He may be a great reader, but he's not really good at math. You know what I'm saying? So there's things that you need to strengthen or things that you need to be more positive about. Or sharpen your skills on. Let me say that. Got my boy.
Yeah, man. You already know it's your boy Jay from Just Flavors. You heard we in the building, Diggy Down Music. You already know on Hot Radio. Yeah, you already know, man. That's what we doing. We getting all types of litty. I just wanted to say, as far as self-hate being a disease, technically it is probably not a disease, but we should treat it like a disease because at the end of the day, there's some form of getting a cure that we need to find for the self-hate that we have for ourselves. You get what I'm saying? At the end of the day, we do need to treat it like it's a disease within our culture, and we need to find a way to fix this, because at the end of the day, it's just like, if everybody else is going out hating the person of their same skin color and their same complexion, and everybody else hate us too, then where we at? You feel me? We just
gotta
fucked.
find a cure.
Exactly.
The whole medicating themselves or getting the pills I mean, I can't knock people that probably need that, but I feel there's always other ways, but in some cases they're not.
And to be honest,
you know what I'm saying?
I was just watching a documentary on this recently. They stopped basically in the last, if I'm not mistaken, 20 to 30 years, basically, where psychiatrists and sociologists basically, where they stopped giving their clients basically hallucinogens and trippy drugs, basically to basically get them. Some people will use LSD, some people will use MDMA, different drugs, mushrooms, different shit.
They said back in the 60s, ecstasy used to be something you would give to
couples, and they would sit down and have conversations about what they was really going through in a situation and in a vibe where they wasn't feeling so trapped in with everything they was going on with. You get what I'm saying? So to a certain extent, there does need to be an education on what it is that we doing and what we accept from the people and the society around us. You get what I'm saying? Because if you go to a psychiatrist or a therapist and they tell you, oh, take some pills to fix your depression, you like, all right, copy, whatever, because he's a doctor. But if you go there and a nigga like, yo, we gonna have a session where you take some MDMA or some shrooms or whatever it is, and you gonna basically open up to yourself and to me, and we're gonna unlock what it is that you have hiding in yourself that's creating this self-hate. You get what I'm saying?
I had to go to the hospital, and they kept trying to give me morphine. It was like, you sure? They kept saying like, you sure? Can you take the pain? I said, yeah, I'm good.
And let me say something.
You sure you don't want it? And then that's a thing I don't know. That's like a whole nother $500 just to put that shit on.
I've known that to be given to cancer patients.
They're gonna send that bill.
No, thank you.
I've known that to be given to cancer patients. That was in hospices. That could put them to sleep and keep them dead.
Yes. Now, I don't want to, change subjects, but we gotta, moving on. We gotta, you know what I'm saying? That's just a little bit about self-hate.
Like I said, we're going to get some callers in. Call in. Variety show.
Number 646-778-3818.
That's the number.
Call up. You feel me?
What's the number again?
What's the number?
What's the number again?
646-776.
Hit the line.
Yes.
Definitely pick up that phone.
On radio. EG in the building.
You feel me? What's up? Shout out to my
TKK.
ladies. I want to shout out Deej Frost. I want to shout out Dominique. I see you. Thank you for tuning in. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying?
We see y'all.
Shout out to Roberto. You said
y'all.
you watched the show. I'm gonna give you a shout out because you said you watched the show. You said something. I was like, you saw the show. You said something that I was talking about.
Okay.
So I said, you saw it. But okay, yeah, like, subscribe. You know what I'm saying? Tell us how we can make the show better. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the one thing we want to do. It's all a variety show. So we're going to give you a variety of things.
Y'all like it. Now, we're going to move on to this Nicki and Cardi B.
Oh, so you ready for that?
Yes.
Because you know what I'm saying? Your friend is not here.
She's not here, but you know what? We're going to move on.
You ready for it? Okay.
I'm at the bullshit too.
Alright, cool.
We got two here that's ready. You know what I'm saying?
Alright, cool. You know what I'm saying? I told you I want to have it. Alright, so y'all all know about what's been going on. We're going to do a little breakdown, right? So Cardi B stuff, this is where it stems from what's going on right now.
Let's get the synopsis.
Right?
I just want to say this is part of the reason why there's a lot of self-hate in the black community.
Of course,
yes.
Okay.
That's what they all
connects. It's like a gumbo. You feel me?
Let's go. Let's get the bases up.
What today's topic is about. Question of the day is self-hate a disease?
With Carly and Nicki. Let's go.
So now
we're gonna
go into the meat and potatoes of things. I want to go into that, right? So now we'll go back as far as why I feel all of this stuff started.
Okay.
But we're gonna go into the midst of what's starting now. So now, Cardi B's sister, Hennessy, right?
Mm-hmm.
She goes on Instagram and she has all these Barbie girls. And Barbies are basically Nicki Minaj. Barbs.
Fans.
Barbs are her fans.
The Barbs.
So fans went on her page, basically trolling, and anything that she said about Nicki, they were saying, "Oh, you must be a real fan because you keep talking about her." So Hennessy went on and just was saying, "Oh, if them bum bitches can talk on they whack ass web show about my sister all the time, then fuck them. I can too, and they can suck my dick." Quote. This is quote.
Pimpin' since been pimpin'.
Chicks.
This is chicks talking.
Chicks is talking about dick.
So now the show she's referring to is the show with the girl Ali.
Ra Ali. She's known as Riley. Supposedly she is part of Nicki Minaj's security crew.
Now,
I don't know how true that is.
Did you know that?
No, I did
wasn't
not.
about to say.
I read something about it.
I think that's bullshit.
I think it is bullshit because it's like.
Is that the same Ali that was on Love and Hip Hop?
Yes, it is. Yes.
Those look like rock.
Listen, that's the same one, bro. That's the same one.
That big old booty, right.
That's the same one. So,
Ra, right? Ra responded.
Gangsta Ra.
The manager.
Yeah.
Gangsta Ra.
Did you throw in the whole text message?
So that's what I'm about to get into,
All right,
right?
yes. Let's
so
get
then,
into that.
Once she says that, right, someone I guess went and told her. Ra says, keep playing with me, you dumb bitch, and I'ma rag you like I did your sister.
It got out of control from there. Those is fighting words.
So,
ISIS words.
Once that shit started, of course it goes to sis, big sis. So now, big sis.
The hog guy.
Now, okay, the whole thing about Rye saying that I lumped up your sister was, of course, because of I'm trying to get the place right. It was the Harper Bazaar Icon Festival, right? And the whole thing where Cardi and Nicki were about to engage with each other and shit. They basically said, she said that's when she lumped her up. Nicki goes on her Queen podcast show, and she says, all I heard was, she got lumped up. I had it set up, but I didn't even put the thing on there.
Lumped up.
It's cool.
Lumps.
So she says,
allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly, she didn't see much, but all she did was hear the sound.
Lumps.
Allegedly, right? So after that happens, she also goes into saying how it was certain deals that she was getting that she wasn't
pretty
getting.
much they was giving Cardi B them sloppy seconds. You heard?
Yeah.
That's really what it is. That's what it comes down to.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
So, allegedly, again, I'm gonna put that out there. Allegedly. You know what I'm saying?
But if that's facts, that's some industry shit though.
Exactly.
Really is.
You know what?
It's some whole shit
Let
too.
me tell you something.
That's some whole shit, but it's some
I'm
industry
sure
shit. That's how the industry
break
goes.
down what's going down, bro, because I'm sure everybody knows what's going down. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, this is what it comes down to. Nicki Minaj, she's already an icon. She's considered an icon. And Cardi B's coming up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? She's like 10 years younger, I'm just saying. What's her song?
She's 35.
Barbie Dreams? I'm just saying, but I'm playing, right? Something like that. So yeah, 10 years younger, you know what I'm saying? Like, why are you hating? That's what it comes down to it.
I see that. Look,
I feel like it don't be hate.
I use that because, in a way, it is because, like I said, Nicki Minaj is considered an icon. You don't see Beyonce beefing with everybody.
This is
Beyonce,
that's
but that's
one
the
of the
difference.
things I have to say.
Beyonce is definitely a different caliber of women than Nicki.
Oh, most definitely.
You're right.
Nicki and Beyonce carry themselves two completely different ways.
They do, but my thing is, like, why this whole thing falls into self-hate is because Nicki's not carrying, like, pretty much, Nicki, you already of age where you should be, like, doing other things.
I mean,
instead of out here, you said, let's keep it real. Let's keep it real.
That's what I was going to go into because I was saying.
Come on. You know where I'm trying to go with this.
She's still talking whole shit. I'm just being real about
whole shit.
But that's what I'm saying. That's just like grown people, like grown adults in the industry that don't know how to give it up. You get what I'm saying? Like you need to learn how to switch your lane.
That's what I mean.
You gotta talk other things because how much longer can you talk about
the same
how
substance?
good you look?
And this is what I'm saying. Cardi B is. Let her
a lot
do that.
of things.
Let her talk that shit, and you talk about other things.
At the same time, Cardi's doing the same thing.
She is, but
it's just a matter of
she's younger. She's fresh. It is what it is.
A relevant thing right now. I don't consider her like Nicki Minaj. I think they're kind of similar, but they're not similar because Cardi's more of like a real hood Spanish chick.
That's what it is.
She that real hood Spanish chick, like where Nicki is trying to come off more as being a classy queen, but
that's not where she came from though. But the real talk though, that's not where she came from. She came from the gutter of Queens.
What it all comes down to is
because occasionally she'll get on her shit, but I just don't take it seriously no more.
Listen.
Because you made too much bubblegum pop music.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay, because Nicki.
If you continue to do that, I would have been cool with that. Like
that's your new lane.
Because you're getting to the icon level. I don't think.
Okay, what
can I call her icon? Okay.
I say that because
I guess.
I say that because you know she's been out in the game already for so many years, and she's made so many deals and has collabed with so many different artists. So it's like, just I don't want to say take a rest, but don't go so hard, Nicki. Like, you don't gotta prove you the best rapper alive. As far as females, because at the end of the day, I don't really think you hold that title. I mean, when it comes to Cardi B, I'm just saying, when it comes to Cardi B, yes, like, you talking about the pen and, oh, do you write your own raps? Okay, granted, maybe she doesn't, maybe she does. I'm not saying that. You know, Nicki claims that she writes hers, but it doesn't fall down to that. It falls down to who's being the realest out here right now. So many bitches fuck with Cardi B because she's real.
I mean, R&B artists wrote they verses.
That's industry. That's industry shit too.
That's industry shit. My point, what I'm trying to say is, Nicki's so focused on who's the best rapper, but it's not about that. It's about Cardi B's character.
You know what I just realized?
Fuck with her because she's real. You know what I'm saying? She a street bitch, but a lot of women can relate to her because she keep it real. Like, Nicki be on that shit. Like,
look, as much as Nicki, I don't want to say she came at Meek when that whole Meek Drake situation happened, but funny how life works when you pretty much in the same situation where you kind of coming at somebody about some damn music, and it's all about putting music out and for the fans. It's not about me and you going at each other.
That's what I'm saying, man. Like,
that's what I'm saying.
The irony in that is funny.
She said,
like,
listen, I'm not trying to be the best rapper alive as far as women. Like, I just want to get my checks. You feel me?
But
I want to make this.
If you really look at it, I feel like the Drake and Meek Mill situation. Drake was kind of a little more above of Meek Mill, and I feel like Meek was just trying to kind of come for a nigga that he was like, I could kind of basically try to squeeze my way up there. Yeah. And I feel like for Nicki it's kind of
hyping it up.
Yeah, exactly. It's for Nicki it's kind of like the opposite though, because it's like you kind of above her. So why are you? If you so above her, why you stooping down to her level?
That's what I mean. That's what I'm trying to say.
That's corny.
It has nothing to do. Everybody has their own opinion about Cardi B's music, and I'm saying not everybody's gonna like Cardi B. Not everybody's gonna like Nicki. That's not what we're saying. We're just trying to say, like, Cardi B right now, she be keeping it real, and Nicki she's scooping. She's doing too much. Is what I'm saying.
Like I said, barbs, you heard? It had a lot to do with, because I was talking about earlier. Cardi snuck up on the industry real quick, and it had a lot to do with a couple of things, right? For one, Weezy and Baby started beefing.
Okay.
That fucked up a lot of shit. Now, when your unit not strong, that's when shit fuck up. I ain't got no cash on me right now. You got Cash App, right? I saw your name on Cash App.
Big money clear.
Alright. One, Baby and why they hiding talking about a bottle. They trying to get a bottle, and I want to get down on the bottle.
Me too.
For everybody saying.
If y'all want to know what's going on,
we trying to get a bottle. Like,
it is Friday.
It's a variety show, no? You dealing variety.
Okay.
It's that time.
You dealing variety?
Damn.
You know, anybody
you dealing variety?
I'm not dealing variety.
Chill out.
Dealing in variety.
I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Anyway, what was I talking about? You fucked my whole shit up. What you said?
We were speaking on Cardi B. You lost me.
Yeah. Oh, Cardi boom. B. I said it was a couple of things.
Yes.
Boom. One I said was Baby and Weezy.
Yes, that's what we were talking about.
Right?
Boom.
That was one thing. Number two, her brother was going to court for rape, for raping some girl. Then number three, the whole shit with Remy Ma and all that shit, and then it seemed like all of the rappers was getting together and saying fuck Nicki.
Yeah.
So it gave her a bad reputation. So for like a couple of months, she completely got off IG. So she ghosted.
Yeah.
So now at that time, that's when Cardi B came out with Bodak Yellow.
Yeah.
Bodak Yellow took her to the moon.
Exactly. But she had real followers.
At Atlantic
like,
Records.
Fuck with Cardi.
Yeah, but now all of those, like, now that very same
nobody's hating on Nicki.
That very same 100,000 followers on Instagram that turned into a mill after she went on Love and Hip Hop, all went and followed her into the music industry.
Yeah.
So Atlantic Records said, we gonna give you all this money, and backed it. There was nobody to stop her bag. Now, usually Nicki stops bags. There was a couple of people.
Allegedly.
Look.
Allegedly.
Mariah Lynn she had to come up real quick. She was trash, but she had a good album, a good song that came out. They stopped that immediately. BBOD. She stopped that bag real quick. Like,
so you know she's been playing dirty. Is what we say.
Soup chick.
She's been Bianca.
Lil Mama.
Yes.
So yeah, there was a whole bunch of bags she tried to stop, and basically getting people to go in and stop. What's it? Yeah, you ain't right. So there was a couple of things that went on, right? That to where when Nicki was down, Cardi was on the come up. So in that situation, right? I'm thinking of Nicki, you feel as though you have to prove that you still the one on top as being the best rapper from before, right? So that's a given. But now when you got all these people hating, and then the whole thing with people not thinking that she wrote her rhyme, and Safari saying
like she went through a lot to protect her rap.
There's a lot of things that went in. So you can imagine all the stress
the
that's
pressure
going on.
that she's been on.
And people feel as though just because you rich or because you the top person that you shouldn't have any problems.
She's the bad guy,
so
Chung Lee.
I understand that problem as far as with Nicki, you went through some shit. It wasn't just like, oh, you got rich people problems. It was you was going through some shit. You know what I'm saying? From the arrest to people hating on you. You know what I'm saying? That can be stressful on you. Then now for this chick who just came out with one single, all of a sudden everyone's saying she's the best rapper ever.
She didn't come out on one single.
No, I'm talking about, but it was lit. It was all the other joints. She had 2 mixtapes before that.
Yeah, that's the thing. She was working before that.
My thing is, Nicki been through it. Like
it was really her first joint was Cheap Ass Weed. That was really official. Cheap Ass Weed came out, and then she had some other joints.
Yeah, she had a few joints forever. But, you know what I'm saying? Like
those were the joints under
I remember that Forever joint.
Yeah, she had that shit.
Shorties was going crazy. That Beef for Me is Beef Forever.
Yeah. And that's the thing. Basically, that came from the show.
I got to hear that though.
That came from the show. Because she said that shit on the show.
Check.
So, you know what I mean? Like, that was a check for her with them and BET. I mean, whatever them niggas is.
Yeah.
It was a BET?
VH1.
Oh, VH1, yeah. Anyway, so, yeah. So, after all these things is happening now, Atlantic backing her on all of that money, with all of that money, being able to have all these artists, and also linking with the Migos, who's the hottest thing right there right now.
Hip hop group right now.
Then these are the things on Cardi's come up. Having the Bodak Yellow, fucking with the Migos,
fucking Offset,
right?
She has some links.
Getting Offset
but that's how everybody gets in the game.
Having the baby.
Everybody got a link.
Then having the baby. Right? So now all those things together, then Atlanta got Chance the Rapper, the Spanish thing, all the people on your fucking joint, Bruno Mars, all this shit coming on your joint. So you got that backing. So
Maroon 5.
So now I'm telling you, I'm doing both sides. Now in Nicki's eyes, it's like you just a puppet. You're someone. If you're not writing your raps, you're just there to just be like, hey, look at my ass. And I'm gonna write these raps. Now, Cardi B claims that she writes some of her joints. She said she wrote Bodak Yellow. She wrote it on the
Sounds simple enough.
I mean, it is. It's not like it's fire lyrics. You know what I'm saying?
Simple enough.
But it's cool because you got. But honestly, it was more. It was her swag. But it was the beat.
I can see it right now.
It was her swag and the beat.
It was her swag and the beat. That's what made that shit.
I can see it right in them little boy lyrics too.
You know what I mean? So
people fuck with her.
That's the main thing that I feel about, like,
Like it's everyone could eat.
And but now that I think about it, you know what it is too? I feel like Nicki started off as that ratchet girl and was doing all that itty bitty piggy shit and started off like that. And then she trying to elevate to like a kind of like classy woman, I guess. And then she see Cardi come out kind of on that same time, being ratchet, being herself, you feel me? Because that's just who they are, like naturally as people. So at the end of the day, they just gonna embellish on it a little bit, just to kind of they that's them, but they kind of embellish on it a little bit just so that they can fuck around and sell their character type shit. You feel me?
If Nicki would have done Dreams like a couple of years ago, that would have been fire.
Right.
As opposed to right now.
Right.
I don't think Dreams
are a moment for lifetime.
I don't think that's something.
She probably trying to prove that she could do the same. She could still do that lane, but then that's not her lane no more.
But she don't have to, is what I'm saying.
So then why she did it?
If you bossy the way you say you are, or like you know, like you got, you know what I'm saying, like you got all that weight under your belt. You shouldn't go as hard to prove, like, you know what I'm saying, with your following, with the bars, everyone should already know what it is, you know what I'm saying. And I think the biggest thing with Nicki was Cardi B didn't kiss her ass. She wasn't on her, yo, you know what I'm saying, like she said, you want me to be a dick sucker, or you want me to be on my shit with you, and at the end of the day, like, I don't have to go that hard because you didn't put me on.
But my thing is this.
We
got a call. We got
a call. All right.
They talk about Nicki.
What's up?
Come on.
Hello. Introduce yourself. How you doing? Good night.
What's up?
What's up? It's your boy Manson Bates. I'm watching y'all.
Mr. Manson.
Oh, okay. Is this it? Wait.
We're shaking, homeboy.
I want to address that Cardi B, Nicki Minaj thing y'all talking about.
Okay, yes. Let's hear it.
That shit over there.
Yeah.
I'm like, Nicki Minaj.
You got it behind
you. I know her from back. You know her from the D&D era. Cardi B, I feel like Cardi B got that street credibility only because she was a strip ass shoes. Right? And she carried around them homies from Castle Hill. But personally, me, for the block, I've never seen Cardi B in the streets, ever. And I ran them streets hard.
Okay.
But I'm not taking my from her because she could be a goon. You know, goons hide in certain places. She could be a goon.
Yeah.
That's Mac Molly. She's hot right now. She feel like y'all discrediting Nicki too much. I feel like it don't matter to me, but I think Cardi B is getting too much. She's getting too much. It's too much. I want y'all to put her record for record. Let's see who wins.
I mean, Cardi ain't got no record.
Again, what I was trying,
record for record, Nicki gonna win.
No, but that's what I'm saying.
Hit for hit, Cardi gonna take that.
But what I'm trying to say is, it doesn't.
Cardi got way more hits in her short amount of time than Nicki got in her whole career.
Because, like we said. Yes, this is a great debate. We appreciate y'all for calling in too, y'all.
We're not even really talking about how thorough she is or anything. It's really a matter of, me personally, I don't understand why people can't like them both.
Exactly. What's the big deal? Like, I listen to Nicki.
And I feel as though a lot of this.
Hold on.
It's the industry. You know the industry, Karen, I know a young lady, you know as well, the industry is built for competition. They can't like them both. It's impossible.
No, but you see,
that's not even true, because that's like saying you can't like Jay-Z and Biggie, or you know what I'm saying, or you can't like...
I listen.
You can like both.
I was with the whole...
That's a good point that you made, because at the end of the day, in that era, when it was going down, you had to pick a side. You wasn't Biggie and Tupac.
I fucked with Pac and Biggie, man. Now listen, I was more Biggie.
That's what I'm saying. You still picked a side.
I said Jay-Z and Biggie because they both was...
Or Jay and Nas.
In
every situation, they always fuck around and dead ass pit niggas together.
But I didn't say too much. I said Jay-Z because they both from Brooklyn. You feel me? So, and they go to New York.
Everything. That's my opinion. I could be wrong, but that's just my opinion. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No, I mean, I guess to each his own. You know what I'm saying? Like you said.
Right.
like you said, you gotta pick a side. You know what I'm saying?
It's not about picking sides though. I was trying to make that point to basically say that it's fucked up how the industry will make you pick a side type shit with whether it's Jay-Z and Nas, Meek and Drake, Cardi and Nicki. Niggas been doing this shit for years, so and it go back to the point that it's perpetuating the self-hate within the black community because forever all of our black artists have been beefing with each other. So what's the point of this shit? Why keep feeding into it?
I fucks with Drake. I fucks with Meek Mills. I fucks with both of them. It doesn't matter. I mean, can I listen to a whole Meek Mills album? No. But, you know what I'm saying? Do I want to listen to a whole Drake album? Probably no. You know what I'm saying?
Not necessarily.
But you know what I'm saying?
But that's the thing. It's certain Meek albums that I listen to the whole shit. And certain Drake albums I listen to the whole shit. Say that again? True.
Definitely.
A whole Martin album. I mean, Careless One album.
I could listen to a whole Pac album.
So can
Machiavelli, front to back. That was one of my favorites. You know what I'm saying? What? All Eyes on Me. But
we got another caller.
All right, we got another caller. Thank you. Yes, we appreciate you and your lady. Shout out to y'all.
Shout out to Manson Bass.
Yes.
Shout out to Mac Mommy. No doubt, no doubt.
Word, much love, beloved.
Shout out to Manson Bass. Shout out to Mac Mommy. You know what I'm saying? Check him out on his page. You probably find him on my page too because he posts everything.
Okay.
Everything. Word. Shout out to me. Definitely had good conversation, good talk.
Word, man. So, but yeah. So the whole, like I said, I just don't understand. Like y'all don't understand if Nicki and Cardi were to make an album,
they'd probably be fire.
Straight heat.
You understand what I'm saying?
But Nicki out here making songs with all these other people.
One in the background. You want to come in and say a little 2 minutes about it?
Yeah, we gonna let our other females. Yeah, that's what we gonna do.
Her battery here, y'all. She got her battery here.
Right. Oh, that's who you was talking about? That's who you was talking about? That's who you was talking about?
Yo, I can't with y'all.
You know what I'm saying?
We got another caller?
It's all day.
Harlem Variety Show, EKG.
Yes.
That's an EKG.
No, I'm EKG.
We might need one after this.
No, TKP.
I'm TKP. You know what I'm saying? Harlem Variety Show on High Radio, Diggy Down Music. We had Down House. This is game night. We all here chilling. This is EG first night out. I said first night out. First time on here with us on the podcast on YouTube. And we out here chilling. We here talking about Nicki, Cardi. We was talking about Dr. Phil, the whole thing with the girl Treasure, think she's white. Yeah, so back to the.
Spoke a little bit on Spice too.
Oh yeah, Spice.
Yeah, I think we can move on though. You know what I'm saying? We just wanted to give a little background on what's going on, even though we didn't have to, because like I said,
because I'm saying,
because
you sure you don't want to get your.
No,
she's scared to come in.
Yeah, yeah. We gonna move on.
That's what happened.
Now the battery charging, you heard?
All right. Oh, she charging up.
We wanted to move on. We have a little bit of a news.
So just come over here.
Now the battery charging, bro.
Just come over here so they can hear you, so you don't have to be on.
They've been waiting for you now.
Oh my God.
I was trying to save the conversation for you. I wanted her.
Doing that, right?
Why not?
You was talking heavy.
All that extra that I was getting the other day.
You was talking heavy.
Oh, y'all want to move on to
this is the DJ who they want to play my song.
All right, yeah, I think we can move on.
It was you and homeboy downstairs, like.
What?
They didn't want to play her song that night.
No,
she got a song.
You asked me. My boyfriend,
you did play some of them, but then when he came, you stopped playing.
Because they had a murder mystery. They had a murder mystery. They was in there fucking up shit, taking shit off the wall like, oh, this is a clue. Oh, wait, this is the fucking clue. They was in there fucking shit up.
You heard.
Yeah. I was not being a hater. I was not being a hater.
Listen, we gonna move on though, y'all. Come on, we gotta move on. I wanna move on to
Big dope, nigga.
Yo, listen, check it.
I'm
gonna move on to this segment.
I'm loving the combo.
Just saying.
I'm looking at Scary Spice over
here. This immigration ad that Trump recently put out.
Yeah. So Trump put an ad out, right? And on it, you want to tell them about it?
I'll give them a little, highlight.
Yeah, tell them about it.
Okay, so basically, President Trump and the Republican Party released a video defining their midterm election. Basically, the video was about a Mexican drug dealer who came to the United States illegally, and killed 2 cops. So right now, the Democrats, the problem is the Democrats let him into our country. And Trump ain't feeling that shit. You heard? He's not with it.
So, basically, like...
Trump is like, listen...
The immigration... Do you have that video? Do you have that video?
Do you have that video?
No, you ain't got that video. I ain't know about that.
Okay.
But anyway, right?
What video?
It's an immigration ad, right? So Trump basically had an ad, right? Where it's this drug lord. I forgot the drug lord's name. Matter of fact, hold on, it's a Spanish name. You can do it.
Luis Barcamontes. Honestly, I don't even know.
Barcamontes. So boom, he's a drug lord, right? So basically, they asked him, "Do you have any other questions? Do you have any last words, things you would like to say in court?" And basically, he killed 2 cops. So they asked, "Do you have anything to say?" He said, "Yeah, I wish I could have killed more of them." Right. So after he did that, Barcamontes.
Yes.
This is a drug lord. So this is an ad. So the ad is an ad. I think he was from.
He's a Mexican drug dealer.
So it starts off with this guy in the court, and it says Democrats allowed him in the country. So he's talking, and then he goes in and he says,
"I'm gonna play."
Huh?
We're
gonna play. Let's play.
Okay. Yes, we're gonna go to a clip, guys.
But I'm gonna just set you in. But basically, it was saying,
The president is continuing a relentless campaign schedule, doing all that he can to ensure the Republicans retain their majority in both the Senate and the House.
Illegal aliens are not subject to the jurisdiction of the United States.
And at the heart of that effort is a single highly divisive issue: immigration. From the White House a short time ago, Donald Trump added a new layer of controversy with a plan for vast holding camps for illegal immigrants.
At this very moment, large, well-organized caravans of migrants are marching toward our southern border. Some people call it an invasion. It's like an invasion. We're putting up massive cities of tents. The military is helping us incredibly well.
And he warned of disaster if the migrants confronted the US troops that he's deploying to the southern border.
They want to throw rocks at our military. Our military fights back. Bro, we're going to consider it. I told them, consider it a rifle.
Calling
when they throw rocks like they did at the Mexico military police, I say, consider it a rifle.
My parents came.
And they should turn back now.
Exactly.
Because they're wasting their time.
That migrant caravan is still hundreds of miles south of the US border. And Trump's political opponents say he is cynically exploiting the fears of American voters. Because these are people who are fleeing violence and who pose no significant threat to the United States.
The guy,
Luis Barcamontes.
Okay. He's on there and he's saying basically, I wish I could have killed more people. And as he's walking out, he says, "Don't worry, I'm going to kill some more cops," and walks out. Then they pan up to a scene where it's like 30,000 Mexicans trying to climb over a border, and then it's basically saying, "Stop illegal aliens from coming to our country." So that's fucked up.
Did you see that Law and Order episode?
I'm not sure.
Which one?
Oh, SVU. They had the episode about like exposing like what Trump did like to the kids, like
really
putting them in the yeah. You should watch it.
I watched Law and Order, but I only watched it because
season 20.
Oh, you watch you? Oh wow. Yo, I know a lot of women that are really into like for real. I don't know.
I've been watching.
What is it about? Does it make you feel like you're a cop?
No, it's
not, but
it's very entertaining.
Okay.
And it's very informative.
You feel like you're an investigator?
You don't always gotta look at TV as a distraction. Like it
Mm-hmm.
definitely lets you know, like, be aware, like stay alert. There's so many things that you walk the streets like not thinking about. Like they get raped in all types of craziest ways. Like and it's always like nowadays, like the SBU be related to what's going on in like the actual like current. So it really had the kids coming, like them taking them, showing like how it happened. Like some girl ended up getting raped and trafficked because they separated her and her mom.
Well, I mean, it's SUV unit, right? So what is that special victim unit?
Yeah.
So someone's always getting.
Nah, but that's real though. Nah, like on some basically Donald Trump basically with this whole travel ban and all this other nonsense that he was doing, he was taking kids from their parents out in Texas and wherever they was at, moving them 3,000 miles away. Some of them was out here in Manhattan in different camps and all types of stuff. They had phone calls of people calling them home to their mother. It was some little girl that I remember her aunt's number in New York and was like, can you just tell her to come pick me up? And her father couldn't do nothing. It was one with a little boy. They got him an adoptive family. When they finally put him back with his original family, he didn't even want to embrace his father, none of his family members. It was crazy. I was like, yo.
Technically, that's kidnapping. You're taking a kid, a minor, away from their parents. That's kidnapping. So that's a fact.
Exactly. And so I really.
But that's what the episode was about. Like that's what happened. They should be arrested.
Oh shit, yo, this show, man.
There's no
like
laws
it's normal.
against it,
Exactly.
so we should be okay with it. But it was like their dad was getting arrested and shit.
Yeah.
So funny.
To me, it's just TV, but it's really related.
Yeah, it speaks to what we need to have happen in our society. Because at the end of the day, you trafficking people the same way these fucking all of these Colombian cartels and everything is trafficking people. Exactly.
That really happen every day. Like, trafficking is like at an all-time high.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So
Anyway, yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty much.
Anyway, like you didn't want to hit like that. Anyway, like.
We talked. I let you.
Now you know.
The battery is charged. Ladies and gentlemen, the battery is definitely charged now.
Charged up now.
No, you just be a little spicy, like okay.
Well, she charged up now.
Spicy, that's the cap.
You want to tell everybody your name, at least? Maybe? What's your code name?
What's your Instagram?
What's your name? No, hold on. What's your name that you tell guys that you don't want to give the number to?
Oh, Capo.
Capo.
Got Capo in the building.
Oh, okay then.
Capo in the building, yes. Shout out.
Shout out to Capo.
Capo.
Got my ladies supporting, you know what I'm saying? One is here, the other one's watching, you know what I'm saying?
I asked you for your first
name. Got your back here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
just
saying?
want to be a little stinky ass. Don't you?
No, I'm just throwing it out there, like, you know, my government.
Okay.
Probably, you know, don't throw it out there too loud, but yeah.
Okay, cool. She just didn't want to tell me. She just wanted to tell me. It's cool. I appreciate that. Shout out to Capo in the building.
And Capo in the building.
Just El Capo.
Cop call up, like, I don't know.
I don't think we got no cops calling this shit.
No, definitely not over here.
We don't want none of that.
At all.
Oh, that shit at El
Okay.
Chapo.
You see what time it is, right,
Yeah,
Shaka?
once the cop call, you say, who there? Nigga, Capo, nigga. Fuck you talking about, nigga.
So, moving
El Chapo
on.
Capo.
All right. So moving on from the Trump immigration ad, that was just a little bit about
Lonzo Ball.
what he's been up to. You feel me? You know, all his fuckery that he does. Now, what do you want to go into?
Hold on, wait. Before we get to that, he definitely, Trump basically added back these restrictions to the Iranian government, and so now basically anybody trading in Iranian oil or anybody trading in their currency basically or trading to them is now basically under restriction until they supposedly stop all nuclear, what was it? They stopped all their nuclear ballistic missile creations.
That's
And
why we're so in the rush to try to find another way to alternative to oil.
Yeah.
Because you see everyone's like cramming to make the next kind of car or some kind of or something that we're gonna have to use to spend money on. Instead of you could build a car that could just run
It is a
Look, bro.
No,
it's not about cars no more.
It has to be exactly.
Listen to me, people. They have
you got solar
flying
powered
cars. They have flying cars.
Alright, but that's not like
solar powered cars.
It's basically a car that transforms almost into a plane, which is basically like a flying plane.
Yeah, I see
pretty
that
much.
one too. Yeah.
But what it is,
I see one.
it's not about like I'm not gonna lie to you. They doing this VR shit now, and that's what's really gonna get us.
And
Cause
it's like they ain't never gonna sell that shit.
this VR shit, I'm telling you, this VR shit is really what's going. Like this shit is really about to get crazy.
That stuff like that they sell
it's
to the
scary.
government for $1.
Okay, so you know, moving on.
Niggas just having a conversation.
You know, anybody want to call up? You know, the question of the day is again, is self-hate a disease? You want to call up 646. 776-3818 and give us your thoughts on that.
Need to light some sage in this
this is
motherfucker.
therapy.
We talk about everything on this show. This show, listen, you want to call up and talk about. I don't want to say anything.
Do you think
if you want to talk on the topic, you can call up. And we here to talk that shit. Shit talking.
Shit talk now, heavy now. Heavy talk now.
I'm sorry, I was asking Capo.
Oh, that's Capo, that's all.
It is?
Yeah, nowadays, like a lot of kids, that's what they dying from, like, and it's like whether it's because because it's from circumstances in your life or what other people have done to you or what you allowed to be done to you, or what you've allowed to do to yourself. It's like a lot of kids are still dying from being bullied.
Kids
Not
are killing
feeling
themselves on
accepted.
Facebook. Like,
I don't got the right sneaker. I don't got the look. I can't
Social
buy this.
dynamics.
My parent can't buy me this. I can't afford
That's
that.
a good one, bro.
Like
Social
everything's a
dynamics.
brand, a name, a look, and like if you can't get it, it's like
definitely.
You're not where you want to be at.
I feel like that stems from people not understanding their own self and their own creative look. Because at the end of the day, your look comes from you, what you like to
like
put
every
on.
7-year-olds, like I don't know, like maybe I'm 7, like you think I'm worried? I'm worried about
I'm not gonna lie to you.
a video game. Like all 7-year-olds may
Don't
not like
dress
men like
themselves.
us who we was wild into Jordans and wild into stuff at a young age, but some kids in our school that didn't even care about shit like that. Like that was the last of their worries. Like they want a Barbie doll. We want G-Unit shit, like, you feel me? Like you know, we need to grow up, like, but it's like every kid is not like that. So
it
it's like,
amazes me because, like, with my generation, right, it was more like all the kids from Harlem was trying to be fly, and then all the kids from Brooklyn was on their
tough shit,
on their
gully, just
polo,
army suit.
And they
niggas had their champion hoodies.
They low
Brooklyn niggas had their champion hoodies.
Everybody was looking like Tretch, basically. You know what I'm saying? They was looking like Tretch from Naughty by Nature and shit. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Like, your hair is not nice. Or whatever kids be bullying. I be on a bus watching kids really bother each other. Like, oh, nah, you're a bug.
I think I'm not gonna lie to you, that's more of a New York thing to me, because I growing up cutting ass and joking with people, and like we got, like I watch Cam
cutting ass how we was cutting ass back then. Like this. They out here saying like, I'm gonna kill you, shoot you, like nigga, you're whack, your mom's gay, your dad
that's a different cutting ass. My nigga,
right, all this stuff like that.
Clapping your hands, shit.
No, literally, I heard like this man has to be like 7 years old. He told some girl, I'm gonna put my dick on your forehead. Like, I barked on him. Like,
I'm not gonna lie to you.
Why they clap so much?
Niggas was saying shit like that back in the day, though.
I know nigga ever talked to me like that. Like,
but you gotta understand though that, like I said, that's
even my friends who was wild and they were saying dumb shit like, oh bitch, you're fat, like, oh you're ugly, like
my dick on your
forehead.
Nah, because it came to the point where girls started throwing the Frank too. Because if a girl could throw the Frank and get the
little kids talking about sex, okay.
I'm not gonna lie to you. My little brother is 5 years old. He came home from school and was like, he seen 2 girls kissing in one of his classrooms.
My friends told me he lost his virginity at 11. Like that's a wild. Like to me, in my opinion, like stuff like that shouldn't be happening to kids. And then people grow up, no therapy, no guidance, no talking to their parents, nobody to really relate to. And then like they see these celebrities on Instagram, all these stars, all these people wilding and twirling and think that's what life should be about. And it ain't.
Nah, that's a fact.
Like, and then it's like how all that pressure around you, like, how you supposed to feel? Like, that's a lot to weigh. Like, if you're not a person with tough skin and with, like, your parents didn't instill nothing in you, or you really didn't take that, or you're not built that way, like, you're going full, like.
But that's
it's inevitable.
I feel like at the end of the day, that's what society is in general. When you in the workforce, when you doing anything, like when you going out meeting females,
don't gotta
it's
be
like
that hard as these kids is violating out
Nah,
here.
it's not. But it
will
just
bring your motherfucking neck if you.
But it
like
expanded
like,
to a point
wild,
because it got past cutting ass now. Because now it's not.
Past cutting
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Everything has an elevation to it and an evolution to it.
With every action, there's a reaction.
Exactly, and not always. We don't always have to react terrible, but it's like I always tell people, like, my
kids
nigga,
have a story.
You can't do something to somebody and expect the reaction you want from them. Like, nigga, if you come at me and I don't like it, and you might have said something that you thought was like, oh, I didn't even beast like that. Oh well, I'm not in the mood, so now I'm about to violate you. Like, you can't expect me to come how you want me to come. Like, it's just gonna work like that. Like, you can't come in a job interview and be like, oh yeah, I'm great and I expect to get this job, nigga. Okay, you might not get it. You might not like what they say. You might not like the end result, but it is what it is. Like, you can't walk. You always gonna expect something that's not gonna happen. Like,
that's why we really trying to see if whether or not people consider it a disease.
But that's why I feel like
it's killing people. Like, it's killing millions.
That's what I'm saying. I feel like if there's people able to withstand it and have that tough skin.
The fact that someone may kill someone is because maybe it's possibly because, like you said, they didn't get the proper or didn't know
instill the proper values exactly
to get the, you know what I mean. Or not have someone to give them things, because some of those things are always so not easy to get.
Right, but self-hate don't gotta be a negative thing, like, oh, no, my nigga, you whack, you hate yourself. Yeah. Like, no, it's like, well, oh, bendito, like, I don't know, my nigga, like, damn.
It could be little shit that, like, nigga, it's little shit that I don't like about myself. I feel like if everything, exactly.
A pet peeve
but like, nonetheless, whether it's not your fault or it is your fault, nigga, you hating yourself, that shit affecting you.
But that's what I'm saying.
That shit killing at you. It turns into a disease, not to cut you off, but literally, like, being stressed out, being like harboring all of that stuff that literally turns into like real physical sickness.
Ailments.
That's how cancer comes about. That's how you get hypothyroidism. That's how a lot of diabetes, things like that happen. Like like you think that you just get mad and nothing happens, and that shit start manifesting.
High blood pressure.
Nah, that's a fact. But that's what I'm saying.
Disease, nigga. Like,
no. Listen, you wasn't here. I agree with you, and I already took the standpoint that self-hate is a disease. I'm saying that part of working through that is we in a situation, especially in Harlem and Manhattan and New York City, where people naturally, you gotta have a tough skin. You feel me? To live. You feel me? Like to live and survive in New York. Like they say, if you can make it in New York, you can make it anywhere. You feel me? So you just naturally have to have that. So I feel like to a certain extent, the younger generation kind of softened up a little bit, because I feel like when we was growing up,
they don't gotta be as tough.
I feel like it takes a strong person to make it through a lot. You get what I'm saying? And the world we in is increasing the fuckery that's being put onto the youth. So at the end of the day, they need to be more.
Niggas they act more gangster now, but it's like everybody's mind.
They're more easily influenced now.
I could put you if I
no
do
old
something.
heads are talking to them no more.
I might be arrested tomorrow. Like back in the day, it's like nigga, I'm gonna beat you up, and the only person I'm worried about is my parent. At the end of the day, now it's like, oh, if I really even slap you, say something wrong, like.
See, but you don't have to even. Nah, check this out. You don't even have to get to the violence.
A couple years ago, this was maybe about almost 10 years ago. I think this was before the Boston bombing. Red Sox started winning chips. No, it was for the Cubs.
Right.
Guy,
Chicago.
He caught the ball where the player was about to catch the ball, but a fan went and caught the ball over it. They could have won. The Cubs haven't been in a championship in hundreds of years. Wow. This man had to get a whole new identity just because of that. He had to be escorted out of the building.
Right.
People were throwing shit at his house, found out where he lived, was throwing shit in his house, was everything. Like his life was completely ruined.
Right.
And it might have been a point where he probably couldn't even, dude probably might have not even caught the ball. but just the fact that he caught the ball. When you're a fan and you in a baseball field, somebody hits a home run or whatever, you got a glove in your hand, you're gonna try to catch the ball. So that's just, you know what I'm saying. But for years he had to like be somebody else just because you caught a ball, and then you could think about how much hate people had towards you, or how that make you feel about yourself as a person, just for being a fucking fan of the game that's catching the ball. But anyway, Keith, being that I went to the sports, right? Lonzo Ball. I didn't really have much, but yeah, we can talk about basketball. Let's talk about basketball. What's going on? What's going on?
No, with the shit.
You ain't been watching no basketball?
I'm a Lakers fan. First
I'm not gonna lie.
Your Lakers not
Your
really
man Kawhi been killing. Your
Lakers
man
not
Kyrie been looking kind of shaky, but he came back. I heard he dropped 30, so I
What's
give
that
him that.
Lonzo Ball talk though?
Yeah, what's good with Lonzo?
Oh, well, Lonzo, his baby mama is trying to take some money. She said she want 30,000. Now, mind you, the baby just came out the coochie. The baby, fresh out the box.
You heard?
And she was like, "Pop, where?
30
I need
million.
30."
You wait 30 now.
She wants
but I need to be 30 a
She said,
month.
"I need 30." She wants 30,000 a month, and if she don't get 30,000 a month, she's gonna do a tell-all book about the Ball
Well,
family.
it's tell-all because you ain't getting
And
30,000.
give all
Oh well, I mean, she gonna get a tell-all chicken now. She gonna get a tell-all chicken because she deserves what she gets.
I mean, this
she wants whatever she wants.
You don't hold on. Now hold on. You gotta really, let's dig into this shit here because
I don't even know them,
the
so I'm
chick,
just talking shit.
I know, but I mean, basically, she went and made sure she was the main thing all the way through high school, all the way out of college. Lonzo Ball.
Who's the wife?
Not even the
The
wife.
girl.
Some high school shorty.
Sweetheart. They were high school sweethearts. She just had a baby. This is his second year as a he plays for the Lakers. He's the second year he played for the Lakers, and basically once once the baby came out to coochie, she said, "We got to work this out."
Wait,
now,
she wanted a divorce or she just want?
They not even married.
Okay, we don't want to give Denise Garcia too much play. Like,
all right, well, I'm just, y'all asked her name, so I'm letting y'all know what her name is. Her name is Denise Garcia. She is a longtime girlfriend and his baby mother. So yeah, that's pretty much the scoop. Right now, she's going online quoting that he is a deadbeat father.
Homegirl.
That's what they all do.
Oh yeah, somebody basically went. Somebody asked her something while she was live, like blink if whatchamacallit is a deadbeat daddy. So she started doing all this shit like blinking that fast, like. So, but I mean, like you was on the bandwagon ball team, literally, for a minute. So you caught some of them checks, some of them early checks, and then you just go and do all this shit. You should have waited for me.
Big balls.
She should have waited.
Rich money, like
I think she should have waited.
After 18 years, she tell you that wasn't your kid?
Yo, that's just. I mean,
big balls.
I guess I shouldn't be. This is crazy to me, but.
Yeah, y'all heard about Pooch Hall though?
Pooch Hall?
Oh, she's a golden.
Who's Pooch Hall? I don't know that.
Way over time.
That dude from that show, he's an actor.
I haven't seen
the
But have you seen it?
Oh,
the one that was
nigga from BET.
A husband in the show.
You talking about the nigga from the game?
Derwin.
Okay.
The nigga from the game.
Situation, whatever. He was drunk, and when he let his son, who I think was 2 or 3, drive. He put him in the front seat on his lap to drive the car. In the car crash. The son and him was saved. But
that dude.
that shit was
he's from.
Like, what in your right mind? Like this nigga, like they were saying, like he never did nothing wrong in his life. He never had a record. He never did nothing ever. Like boom, there you go.
Boom.
So now they trying to give him 6 years, my nigga.
No.
In jail?
Not 6. Boom.
That is reckless endangerment of a minor.
Yeah. Like they giving him a felony for.
He was drunk.
Yeah.
That's drunk driving, reckless endangerment of a child.
Kid on your lap in the front seat, who's 2, like, oh my god,
Work it
so
out.
close, like.
people not thinking. I don't know what
How
the hell
drunk was
was
he?
going.
And he crashed too, right?
And you crashed.
Oh, so then yeah, they.
Thank God the baby's alright. I know his baby mother was like, what the fuck?
Right.
He's married.
You know what I'm saying?
The wife, they've been married for like years, years. They got 4 kids together.
There might be more to this.
Speaking on the Lonzo situation,
There's always 3 sides to every story.
that shit is just self-hate. I'm not gonna lie, that's more self-hate. With the Lonzo situation, because I feel like at the end of the
Well, it's
day,
just what happened to cops.
why would you spend all that time legit living a whole life with this man, knowing that he gonna go to the NBA and then just fuck his whole life?
Yeah, I mean, did say she was his long time.
Honestly, that's not going.
They was on. I used to watch their show sometimes on YouTube and shit.
Look at
When
you feel me? Them
like,
niggas
honestly,
was together. Like it was
you
a
a
difference.
millionaire,
Like,
and
they
you do
lived.
like-
They got a house together.
When you a millionaire and you do it like that,
Right, big chicken.
it's like this. All right, you get your check.
They wasn't
You
millionaires
can't say
though.
nothing to me no more. I mean,
She fed into her pop. She fed
I'm
into.
talking about Lonzo.
No, I
Lonzo's a millionaire
know.
now.
No. Now,
Right.
but that's what I'm saying. You had to feed into the pops whole ideology of my kids is gonna be in the NBA.
Yeah.
You had to feed into that and be like, oh nah, 10 years from now, 8 years from now, nigga, I'm gonna be straight. It's a
Why they
dub.
not together?
Nah, she ain't wait 8 years
She
though.
just stopped fucking with him once
She
had
waited
baby.
like 9
They
months.
didn't say nothing
Nah,
about
I'm
him
saying
cheating.
like
They didn't say
8
nothing
years
about
from when they first met
anything
in
like that.
school
She
type
just
shit.
basically stopped fucking with him
I don't know. I
once she
feel
had the
like
baby.
if a nigga doing what he's supposed to, why you asking for child support in the first place?
That's
just
what I'm
agree.
saying.
Why you
Get
put him
beat
when you
up,
had the baby?
so-
You made it better for me because
That's
what's
the
gonna
problem.
happen
These
is
celebrities can't beat bitches up, like, cause it's like that would never happen.
you make it
Like,
easier for me because people don't understand.
I wish a bitch would tell me like my brother's like gonna
You heard
pay
the combo?
$30,000.
Child support.
You're
You know
not
what
paying
child support gonna last you?
El Chapo over here.
How long child support gonna last you?
Stuff like that. Like I
Okay,
have
man.
21 years. I wish
21 years, so you got 21 years.
She was sick with it. She like,
After that, you
I
done.
can't beat them hoes out.
And 21 is if you in college.
Sick.
I wish a bitch would try my brother.
Right.
But you throwing hot grease on that bitch?
Bitch, you better think twice about $30,000 before you get.
She said, cause them niggas can't beat them hoes out.
Definitely get $30.
Shout out to
See this nigga
Kate
in
Rose,
this
you
West
heard?
Wing
Thank
shit.
you.
Right. Yang.
Yeah. You have another phone call?
You know what I'm
Okay.
saying?
Anyway.
Yeah,
I
well,
told
can
you
I ask a
what
question?
happened.
That's something I never
Same
talked
bullshit.
about since I've been back either too.
You said what
Can I
happened?
bring up a subject? Is that
Yeah,
good?
sure. Do that.
What the fuck happened with Bill Cosby, man?
What do you mean?
Niggas getting fucked in jail.
You just found out? What happened?
No, we're talking about 6 years on the
Nobody really
game
talks
nigga,
about
right?
it,
The little game cat.
Bill
Bill
Cosby
is
is
113 years old now. Bill is 113 years old. First of all,
You know why they did that?
Why you say
Bill Cosby is the richest black man in the industry.
Yeah, he was going by CBS.
Legit. And they couldn't have that, so they fucked his whole life up.
Of course.
I want to believe that.
Yeah,
nah, you have to
No, I could
believe.
believe that.
Bill
might be the
Chicken
whole thing
stink.
was
I
wild.
do believe
I could believe
he
that
was-
100%.
he
But
was
do I
doing that
believe
to
that
the
he
women.
was wilding? Yeah,
He was
I
doing that to the women.
He was slipping bitches Mickey back in the day.
Everybody knew it.
60
But-
niggas not about to come out. 6 niggas not about
I
to
ain't
come
gonna
out.
lie.
Nothing like
I ain't
that
gonna
about
lie.
me. Nah.
When you in the industry, you know that's like bitches like, oh, I'm pregnant. Like you got shit like that all the time. So when you see 2-3 people,
60 bitches?
60 bitches, 50 of them bitches is lying, and maybe 9 of them probably was with another nigga and they was too high to even remember, and they was just at a party with Bill Cosby and they was like, alright, fuck it. And the one bitch that maybe possibly may have happened to, maybe.
This is why this
But why wait 9 years?
And then I happened.
Why wait 30 years, 40 years?
All right, y'all. We're gonna get to a video right now.
10-minute break.
Quick commercial break, 10 minutes. You heard?
Yes.
And then we'll do shout outs.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
We'll be right back. You heard Harlem Variety Show, Getting Down Music. You know what I'm saying? Stay tuned.
Okay, Wendy, let's
Bill
go.
was drugging them
Lindsay,
hoes,
fuck
man.
that. She ain't got nothing on me.
That
You don't think she the best female artist of all time?
The
Well,
best
I'm
female
saying she
artist.
could be in my top 5, but I don't really see like everybody's just
So who's the best female artist to you, man?
Is Nicki in your top 10?
definitely for sure,
Okay.
100%.
Of course, top 10, yeah.
She's in my top 5.
The nicest
like,
of all
definitely in
time.
my top 5.
My top 3 consists of something different than
But
these.
then it's like, it's always the people that don't take their time off to
Alright,
listen
so
to
now
every
we gonna
song
really
she
get
ever
it.
made.
Is Cardi in the top 10?
I listen to mad songs she
I've
made.
heard every song.
Nah.
Alright, that's some female shit. A nigga, a straight nigga not gonna tell you.
Yeah.
Cardi in the top 20?
Hell yeah. Because you know more of her discography. I understand that. But
No, we're not knocking off none. Top 20 though. 20 is a big list.
I feel like
She ain't in the top dime though.
Females you respect from females who
The top 3 is
I'm
more
not gonna get
vicious.
into the male rappers. That's why I said
Are we
female.
on?
Yeah.
Loud.
Break
What's up,
down
y'all? What's up? My
the
fault. I was just,
females. You think about it. You got Light, Latifah.
But that's what all people
Lauryn
like.
Hill.
What?
Lauryn Hill. You got
Definitely.
Foxy.
Fox.
The greatest of all time.
That shit was
Y'all niggas is tripping. The greatest of all times now. Foxy. Y'all niggas talk about. Don't play with her. The greatest of all time is Foxy,
When
nigga.
you talk about bitches who rap,
I know.
I give her.
Oh, these
her
gimmick
props.
bitches?
it was nobody rapping Thotty and Slutty and Out of Pocket like her. It was just her and Eve. Like, let's talk about it.
nah, Kim was rapping like that. You bugging. Kim was definitely rapping like that.
No,
Balls.
but Kim is not a name.
Alright, check it. Let's
Wait,
Kim,
nah.
like-
Wait. So is Kim taking? Well, we taking Kim out the conversation because she is what she is now, or?
Definitely.
No, I feel like Kim's not in the
but check
conversation.
it. Hold
Here we go.
She's like Biggie. Like,
Listen.
You need to come
down because you can't
We're doing the top 5.
because everybody's over
We're doing the top 5.
Oh, we didn't even
Right,
know y'all
because
was
we
on
got
this
into
one.
this
Yeah.
whole Nicki and Cardi thing.
You want my
Now,
top
what
5?
we all established is that Cardi's not even in that.
She's not
my
never
top
in my
five?
So we're not gonna even talk about Cardi right now.
About that. Right now, we want
Cardi's
to
just hot
know.
right now.
Go
Right,
around
she's
the
a
room.
millennial.
That's
We want to
cool.
know what
Do
your
your thing,
top
boo.
5 is. If you want to call
now-
in real quick, you know what I'm
We're
saying?
gonna do top
Now,
5
my
real
top
quick.
Could we give our top 5?
Got it up the, got it who done made it.
Or put
Cardi
it
B
in
all
the
day.
live chat.
Like,
Can I
that's
give
what we
my
talking about.
top 5?
Bitches who
Right
done
now.
said, who done
If you
told
got
me.
music,
Come
hold
up,
on,
chicks.
hold on.
Cardi's one of them. Eve is
Give
another
me a
one.
second. I'm trying to let them know right now. Top 5. You know what I'm saying? Call in 646-776-3818 or hit us up on the live chat right now. Harlem Variety Show YouTube. Let us know what's up.
Wow.
What's your top 5?
Clee came back.
You know what I'm saying?
Can I get my
What's
top
good?
5?
What's up?
Jack Dan got a top 5.
Come on.
Jack Dan got a top 5, man.
Jack
because
Dan,
top 5
you know
female
what I'm saying?
rappers.
Top
I
5
heard what you
female
said though.
rappers. Come
Because
on.
listen,
Old people.
I got that in.
What happened?
The mixture of everything.
What happened?
She said old people.
Hold on. Let him talk.
It's all
right,
time.
Jack.
It's all time. You heard?
Jack,
Okay, classical.
what's up?
let's go with my top
And you
5.
said all time. it has
First of
to
all,
go
first of all, number 1 is Foxy. That's off the
to
rip.
bugging, smoking.
All right, hold on. We're gonna
That's
talk
off the
about
rip.
this. We're gonna talk
Number
about
one.
this.
That's off the rip.
Hold on.
And I'm gonna tell you why.
Yes.
And I'm gonna tell you why. And I'm gonna tell if you need a light description of why, I'll give you that before I go to number 2.
No, just go number 2.
All
Then
right,
the
one word that describes Foxy. Why you say she's number 1? Go.
Her aggressiveness. It wasn't about female rapper with Foxy. It was about I'm nice with Foxy.
Yes.
Okay. So that's just me.
But her first 3 singles was
You asked me
was
a
Real
question.
Jack.
Let
You
him
asked me a
know.
question.
Give him the facts.
That's number 1. Number 2.
Okay.
Number 2 is Light.
Okay.
Like the MC.
We
Is number
we
2.
around there, but-
Lauryn Hill is number 3.
Okay.
All right.
Number 3 for me. All right. Shantae is number 4.
I'm saying Shantae. Okay.
Is number 4.
Okay.
And at the end of it, I gotta go with Kim. I gotta wrap it up with Kim.
Okay, we respect your 5.
All right.
All right.
Why Shantae
You
though?
gonna roll you? Yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
I was gonna put a higher.
Okay.
I ain't
Are
gonna
we
lie to
saying
you.
female artists or we
Okay.
saying female like
No,
hip hop
artists
or
in
artists in
general.
general?
Ain't many.
Top 5 females right now.
No, we saying all time.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Just Flavor J, come on.
Alright,
No.
so I gotta go with Lauren as number 1.
Okay.
Who else?
One word to describe why, because she's the number 1.
Lauren Hill is timeless.
Okay.
Yeah, she is.
Okay.
I give you
Feel
that.
me? There's no getting around that.
All right.
Lauren Hill. Number 2 of all time, I gotta put Aaliyah up there. You feel me?
Yes, okay.
But that's why I was asking, are we talking
You
about
said
hip hop
all
or
female.
yeah, that's why I asked that, you feel me?
All right.
If we gonna throw it in there, then I feel me?
Okay.
I gotta throw Aaliyah up there, you feel me? Aaliyah, you feel me?
We got the love for that, for the ancestors.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Ancestors in the building.
Are you putting them in the list? Or can we see them?
Can we?
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay.
Ancestors in the building.
Fucking
Number
3 is gonna be. I gotta put Kim because Kim definitely made that female artist shit way different for the industry. Like she did something different to the game.
Mm-hmm.
Then I do gotta throw in Trina because she definitely did do. Yeah, you feel me? Like she definitely got bars. I remember, feel me? Y'all as a young nigga, girls was going crazy singing all her damn songs. Feel me? So, and number 5. I'm gonna put it the last one. Look at that spot. Yeah. Look at that spot.
I'm trying to break that down.
Alright,
You're gonna smoke on the podcast.
number 5. Damn, and I gotta think quick because we on live, you heard?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna have to go with motherfucking
Yeah, X or something.
Nah, fuck it, Charlie Baltimore.
Ooh,
okay. I like her.
All right, you
Feel
know.
me?
A lot of people underestimate her.
Charlie Baltimore?
With no hits. With no hits. The no hit wonder. Chill, just chill.
Okay, bro.
Right, chill, bro. Chill.
I really don't have 5. I mean, I'm not.
Let's go, Spock.
Okay,
I mean, I can tell you.
Right?
Who's the hottest 5 you ever heard of? Right.
You gotta say her. You keep talking
You know what I'm
about her.
saying?
You better say that.
Okay.
Foxy Brown.
Right.
Eve.
Okay.
I kept her out of the top 5.
Especially over
Not
some
just rapper, but artist.
freaking
Charlie Baltimore.
Charlie
Baltimore. Yeah, I don't like Whitney Houston.
Shoot.
Oh, y'all
you
tripping.
going. Oh, you going.
Oh, yeah. She all bullshit.
Yeah, I'm going Patti LaBelle now. Last night now. Stop talking crazy.
We trying to keep it straight.
Let's get it though. Let's go, baby boy. Oh, you said what you said, baby boy? And Latifah never came up in this conversation.
Cause she top 10.
I didn't get there yet.
Yeah, we didn't get.
You said top 5.
She ain't in nobody's top 5. Go ahead though.
Right, but she's a good actor.
No, but go.
You said
Great actor.
You said
Great actress.
You said
great actress.
Foxy Brown, Lil Kim.
You got one more.
No, you got 2 more.
No, you said MC.
I said, damn, I really couldn't.
If you had to choose.
Eve. I said that though.
He said.
You know he like Eve
MC
anyway
like
though. He
Lil
been
Kim,
like
Foxy.
Eve
Like
though.
Mariah Carey.
He been like Eve
and
though.
rappers.
I don't care about dude. That's you.
Yo, Shot, how long he like Eve though?
Yeah, I'm in love with Eve. I was always
He
in love
been
with
like
Eve.
Eve, so you already know he gonna say that.
So,
If you like Eve, then you must.
He love Eve.
I give it to
Salt and Pepper.
Nah, I give it to
Nah, you stop influencing niggas joint.
Trina. I give it to Trina.
Okay.
Maybe he's not. His memory is
She
lost.
definitely
Y'all keep forgetting
That bitch is in the top 35, nigga.
I can't really remember no.
That bitch in the top 40.
Alright, hold on. We ain't done.
The boss is better than that
Hold
bitch.
on, now. Hold on.
Who's the boss?
Boss.
Rick Ross.
Remember the boss? Nah, the
Don't say nothing. I don't really wanna be.
Okay.
She wasn't on
It's
that.
on there.
She wasn't on that.
Oh, sorry. Yo-Yo.
Okay.
Yo-Yo.
Remember that bitch was chasing me around that night, Shaka?
I'm done. She got Joe.
Yeah, remember Yo-Yo was chasing me around that night.
She's wild.
Alright, your top 5. What's up?
My top 5. Like, one is hard. Like, I'm not gonna put it in order because like none of them deserve an order. Like, but like, I love Nicki. You feel me? I don't care what nobody say.
Your top. All right, number one.
She got punchlines for a lifetime. Okay.
Okay.
I fuck with that. And
year
like
you
a
was
lot
born?
of people like they don't want to like maybe
My
if,
bad.
like, even if it's not bars, she got punchlines. I feel like she's always
90s.
trying to like she's always watching what
90,
she's saying.
baby.
If you really listen to her, she's definitely
She's more than
intelligent.
92.
Like,
Yeah.
you feel me? Like okay.
She got metaphors.
I definitely love Lauryn Hill.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. A lot of people black, but Rihanna's cool.
Wait, what? You put her in your top 5 of all
I
time?
think Rihanna, like, okay, I feel like because Rihanna, like, if you think about it, like, as a whole,
That's
like,
called Mary Jane.
everything and one,
Facts.
she's a monster.
Mary
Like,
Jane.
I don't know, like,
Yeah,
maybe
I
she's
put
not as
rap
vocally
there.
talented as other
Real
people,
rap.
but for me, like,
Rihanna?
artist-wise, like, she's
Rap
amazing.
all
Like,
time, just like that.
okay,
Kim was number 5.
Okay.
Nigga.
You got two.
like,
They was like, oh, okay. Yeah, you know.
who I listen to, like, all day? I definitely have to put Aaliyah. Like, I don't know about
Days Low.
y'all music, but that bitch music, I don't care. 82, 95, 4, you love it. Like, she's it. Like, music's
Right.
timeless, whatever.
And number
But,
5.
like, I don't know. 5, like, I used to really love Little Kim. Like, she was my number 1 of all time, my whole life. But that bitch is bugging. So, she's whatever. Like,
So she not number 5?
She cracked my 5.
So who number
Little
5?
Kim, we wouldn't be talking about nobody past
This is what
one.
I'm-
So,
She barely
you
cracked
know?
my 5. So, you know what I'm saying?
yeah, because I feel like even though you had like the Ladies Night crew, like the Queen Latifah, the MC, like they was for a certain era. Like they was more with the niggas. Like they was more like the nigga rapper females. Like,
That's
like when Little Kim and Trina
Nah,
was
Queen
out, they
Latifah was
more
rapping
for
for
the
females.
ladies,
It's
like-
on you though. It's on you. It's on you,
It was
KP.
the
Can we get some of
Moni
you?
Love was that
KP?
shit too.
Can we
but she
get
in
your
my top
5?
Yes.
Alright, my
Yeah,
top
she
5.
was thinking hard.
I'm giving Lauren the top to the top seed right now.
Yeah,
All right.
she's amazing.
I'm gonna put Little Kim right after her
Okay.
Okay.
because of just how it is now.
Right.
That's from her.
Right.
All that is her.
All right. Well,
You know what I'm saying?
All right. Keep on.
After that, it gets kind of hard for me. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like that, right? Now, Nicki's in it. Nicki is in my top 5.
Okay.
Nicki is in my top 5. I don't know if I want to put her at 5 or do I want to put her at 3. But I'm thinking more of a 5.
Yeah, that's a way better.
I'm putting her at 5 because
Y'all don't give sister
you gotta think about what Nicki's done and what she's doing.
different.
Right? So, alright, for now, let's put Nicki at 5, right? So we got 1, 2. My 3, MC Light comes in there.
Okay.
Right?
Was could have been
MC
my number
Light,
1,
see,
though.
the thing with Light was like she was almost a nigga.
She could have been my number
She
1.
was a nigga philosopher, deep.
But she would kick some stories
I'm
like
rhyming and
it
designing,
was a cafe
also
on the west
creating.
side,
No.
Midtown, said they had the best cappuccino in town. So I stepped in.
Exactly.
Someone grabbed me by the wrist and said, "Shut the fuck up." So I did. So quick, fast. How much longer can this? You know what I'm saying? She gave me a story, like you know what I mean? Like, yo, like,
that's why you got
I mean,
your VH1
what was that shit?
I'm
Roughneck.
rhyming and
I need a
designing,
roughneck.
also
You know what I'm saying?
creating.
She broke down what a roughneck, what chicks like, and being a chick that like coochie. You know what I'm saying? She broke it down like, I need a roughneck. I need a nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Sometimes you don't always want it in that deep rough rider
Yeah,
voice.
but
Like,
she broke that shit. She broke that shit down. You know what I'm
She
saying?
was almost my number 1, though.
So you gotta give like, you gotta put Light in there. My 4, I don't know if it's Latifah, but like I said, Moni Love was nice to me. But I'm trying to think of a new person.
Mary not in this conversation?
Oh my God, I forgot about Mary.
That's
so
a fact.
It's
Yeah,
2 5 is not
fucked
a good
up.
number. That's
Yeah.
That's why I'm like,
I should have switched Charlie
Trying to
Baltimore for
step
Mary.
away.
I'm
It's
not
like
gonna
only
lie.
when you heartbroken, like.
I'm kind of stuck. Mary's up there with top 5 R&B. Mary might be my number 1 or number 2 when it comes to R&B. But I can't.
You niggas is tripping.
But like, I don't know about that last person.
Can we get
Foxy?
her 5?
You know what? I'll give Foxy number. I'll give.
No, Foxy,
nasty.
we gonna
That's
give her
nasty.
because she made that song with Jay.
Can we get her 5? Can we get your beautiful 5, please?
I don't know. That's just my 3.
I know you got a beautiful 5.
So, my top, my number 1 is I'm gonna go with Lauryn Hill.
You was writing too, wasn't you?
Yes, I definitely was.
She was working.
Homework.
My second, I'm gonna go with Lil' Kim.
Okay.
Definitely. Okay. My third, I'm gonna go with Missy Elliott.
Missy, my girl.
Good one. That was a good one.
I grew up on.
Damn, you made me have to switch this all up. Yeah.
Right, but because you like a couple
Good
of
one.
bangers, does it
Good
mean
one.
it's not
Good one.
Nah,
You get high five.
She's
You
definitely
get high five for
What's
that
after
one.
Missy?
Shut up.
After Missy.
Yo, I'm looking at him now. Look.
Oh shit! You made me think about the bread. Oh shit!
Top 5.
No.
Let's don't do it with me now. You better get she cause she cute. She cute top 3. She top 3 cute. That now.
I can't be. Listen. Alright, so my fourth, I'm gonna give it to Kim. I love Lil' Kim. That's my bitch. And I'm gonna say my fifth. What I said Lauryn Hill.
Kim.
Who I said?
Lauryn Hill, Kim, Missy. And
Damn. No. Okay. Yes. My fourth is Eve. Excuse me. My
like
fourth
that.
is Eve, and my fifth I'm gonna have to go with Remy Ma. That's my.
No Heather B's up in here.
That's a.
Remy might not doodle. Don't do
That's
that.
my bitch.
Don't do that.
Oh,
Remy
let's
Ma
go,
dare
Queen.
not doodle.
Hold on, we got the Soldier of Fortune. The Soldier of Fortune got 5.
Right there.
And I
Let's
love
go,
Eve, but
Soldier.
then when I think about it, it's like
Let's go, Soldier 5. Soldier
All time.
Hold on. Wait. No. Shaka. It's on Shaka. It's on Shaka L Bay. No. It's on Shaka L Bay.
But you're always trying to lean back now.
We already know who this
Number
is.
1.
We're going to wrap it up in a minute.
Number 1.
Solange.
And we're going to enjoy play night.
All time.
Dej Loaf.
Right here. First thing you put on.
Number 1.
Number 1.
Nigga said Dej Loaf.
Hold on.
Who said Dej Loaf?
Try me.
I'm done.
Try me.
She's very talented.
Try me.
Thank you. Yeah, don't do it. We can't violate. Yeah, we can't violate.
Nah, don't bail them out. Let's go.
Listen. So we
Dej
can
Loaf
wrap
got
this
some
up.
heat.
Hold on.
Dej Loaf definitely got some heat.
One mic.
Oh, man. Damn.
You have all the time there.
Number
And
1.
I've been listening to everybody.
Number 1.
Come on.
Damn,
Numero uno.
This is interesting too to me.
It's hard, right?
Nah.
I'm
You
helpful.
had a lot of time, bro.
Now, you know what? But
I'm
I
helpful.
listened
Should we skip
to
to
a lot.
My
Queen?
number 4 is right.
All right, Queen.
MC Light.
Is that your number 1 or your number 5?
Who? It gotta be in order.
Yeah.
It's hard, right?
I can't
All
do
right,
it
just say number.
Alright, just
I'm gonna give you my
Your 5
5
best.
Alright, go ahead.
best female rappers.
Let's hear this.
MC Light is killed it. That's when I was first
Just
came
like
up.
that.
Yeah,
Right.
all of it.
Salt and pepper.
So that's 2 and 3. That's 2 and 3, or that's 2. That's 2
Yeah,
and 3.
you gotta give salt and pepper. Gotta be one. That gotta be one.
Alright,
That's
so
2. Salt and pepper. They killed it. Come on, y'all gotta give salt and pepper credit. I say Foxy Brown. Foxy Brown when she came
You
out.
know what time it is.
Foxy Brown was killing. I
You
ain't
know
gonna
what
lie.
time it is.
Foxy Brown was the shit. She was laying it down. Foxy, I say Foxy. Alright, who else? Oh, I got 2 more, right? Foxy Brown. They don't want to give it to the. Why they give it to the?
I can't
See, I'm an old head, so y'all know.
Right, talk that shit then.
I kind of
I know who I'm giving it to. I'm giving it to the classics.
I want to take out either.
The real rappers, the one who put the beats together and put all that work
I ain't gonna
in.
say nothing else.
Yeah.
Queen, the motherfucking Queen. I tried to go to the Queen. I give Queen
You
Glenn a
got
lot
one
of shit.
more.
And I want to say Mary J. Blige, but I don't know if y'all consider her a rapper.
Nah, we ain't doing that.
No, you can throw Mary in
No,
there.
We doing
But
that.
No, Mary
She was leading the way when she did it.
Serious.
Alright.
Mary is off limits.
Alright.
Mary is off limits.
Alright, cool.
I'm dead.
Exactly.
One more.
That's a
No
different
No Mary.
category.
Okay. I'll take Mary out. Okay, no Mary. Okay, I'll give you my fifth
Alright,
one.
one more.
My fifth without Mary. Okay. Female rapper.
Sure.
Man.
Bro, you better be ready because you had
Last
to
one
talk
gotta be a
Y'all
rapper.
niggas is crazy, B. Who don't talk
Avanza.
Shantae, my man? Niggas gotta talk that Shantae talk, man.
Alright.
You gotta hear Shantae.
Yeah, the fifth one is always the hardest.
Shantae,
It's not
nigga.
ringing bells.
Wrap it. All right, dog. We moving
Well,
on.
I give it to
Moving on.
Rod Digger.
Alright.
Okay, Ron Digger.
Alright.
Was ill.
I like
Alright, bro.
I like that shit. She was flipping on everybody.
Nah, she was very ill.
Okay,
Very
okay,
ill.
Ron Digger. That's a
Mr.
good one.
Shaka.
Next.
Alright.
Number
We're
one.
gonna go.
Okay,
Alright.
okay,
Number
crazy.
one for me.
Number
Number
one.
one for me.
Number one. I want to buy the numbers from
It's
you.
gonna have. Alright, we ain't gonna wait.
Alright, come on,
Number
Jim.
one in my list is gonna be Light.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Talk heavy now.
Okay. Lights holding it
Talk
down
heavy,
right
boss,
now.
man. Talk heavy.
Number one is gonna be Light.
You're killing me.
Number two.
We don't know what time it is, that's why.
Alright,
Number
you
two.
hear that?
Number two is gonna be oh damn, the name just went out of my brain.
Shantae?
Oh, no, hell no.
I'm sorry, I'm trying to fail. Please help me.
Don't get me wrong. Shantae was dope. But no.
Okay.
Light. Damn.
I just love Lisa.
No.
Okay.
I think I love you as much as I do. Big ass titties. Oh my God.
That big ass
I'm
titties.
gonna go light. I'm gonna go light.
You was in love with
Hold on. He's going. Light.
I'm gonna go light. Lauryn Hill.
Okay, I'll go with that. Light Lauryn Hill.
Eve.
3. Slick.
Eve
was ridiculous, I ain't gonna lie.
I'll go with Lil Kim.
Okay.
4 is nice.
And I'm going with Antoinette, number 5.
Oh, who's the boss?
Antoinette.
I was just listening to Who the Boss yesterday.
All right.
Who's the boss?
Exactly. No, I'm gonna play it. You want to
That's her only ass hit, man.
Yeah.
No, it ain't. She had that other shit. She had that other shit.
Alright, check this out. Hold on, give us a second.
Okay, y'all see the age difference based
You got
on
every, yes.
Definitely. You know what I'm talking about?
I got an attitude.
You know what? It's kind of
It
hard
shows.
too with female rappers because for one, female rappers don't really get the respect that they.
You already know. You don't get to hear them like that.
And unless they get the back end like they supposed to get, like see Cash Money with Nicki.
Yeah.
Think about if Nicki was with somebody else aside from the one I'm in.
Right.
But then it's like, look what's older that's all in her head though.
Yeah, I mean,
It's like, I
but
don't know.
True.
like I said, when it comes to female rappers in a whole,
Creativity
I'm
goes
talking
a long
about
way.
it's hard for them to get they shit out unless they have
Right, if you the
some
money,
sex
somebody-
appeal
Yeah,
or something like that. And there's a lot of dope rappers out there. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? Like I said, I forgot all about
Right, it's
rap.
something about the market
You know what I'm saying? And then
Rap
it's like
and
have more time to think about that.
finding the market for that person
Yeah.
too. So it's kind of hard. But you know what I'm saying? Shout out to all the people. Like I said, Queen Latifah is somebody
Yes.
who was like a positive. Well, I can't say she
Influential
was
to the
lyrical.
game.
She wasn't lyrical, but she was real
You
positive.
the 19
Words, you know what I'm saying?
That's
That's
why
always
she's one of the best
You know what I'm
rappers.
saying?
Yeah.
We
Um,
doing songs.
She let it
Okay.
win, bro.
I want to give a shout out to everybody who came to last Friday. Ishmula, Prince Kareem, Polite.
I love
We
Harlem
had
Rodney,
who was City
Harlem
Fly? Who
Rodney
was that
show,
dude?
y'all.
Ezel. It was what's the homeboy name? He was dope to me too. Spanish dude.
Mitch
Easy,
Money.
easy.
Mitch Money.
Easy Money Mitch.
Easy Money.
Easy Money Mitch.
Big shout out to Easy Money Mitch, y'all.
I want to thank everybody, you know what I'm saying, my people for coming out. Jack Dan.
I love the Harlem Variety Show, y'all.
He's in West Bubblefuck now, so
listen,
for him to come out
the
here.
real Ike Love.
Are we back in NY?
Nah, this is what it's down. This is what it is. I'm gonna say this. I'm back, yo. Ike Love. I rode Dolo from state to state. My whole team really know me like that. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying?
But listen, I love Harlem Variety Show. I love Harlem, so y'all better know that.
Yeah, born and raised, yeah.
I love a new team
Shout out to
too.
everybody who tuned in. Thank you for calling.
I want to thank EG for stepping in, co-host now.
Yes.
I love a new team, yo. Big shout out to EG, y'all.
Friday, you know what I'm saying? 8 to 10.
Well, stick around,
you know what I'm saying? 8 to 10. That's how we doing the chocolate. 8 to 10.
8-ish to 10.
You know what I'm saying? There you go.
Or the 10, 11-ish.
Shout out to Chapo.
10, 11, 15-ish.
Don't shout out to my
Chapo.
my sisters.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying?
And that's how we're going to do. Like I said,
I'm
like,
a
subscribe.
stylist. If you need my help, please follow me.
We can talk about some more stuff. Tell me what you like, what you didn't like. Do we run our mouths too much?
We want your feedback, right?
Or what?
A little bit.
You know what I'm saying?
Harlem Variety Show.
What's your top 5? You can put in the comments.
Yeah.
What's your top 5 female artists?
I'm about to go play spades, yo.
Let's be, dead or alive. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you also for, participating, everyone participating in the question of the day.
Who's the people that was on that chat?
You know what I'm saying? I want to give a shout out to my sis Dominique. Thank you for watching. I also want to give a shout out to Deej Frost. You know what I'm saying? Thank you.
No.
Who else?
Everybody for show love. Okay.
Right, you're getting bigger and better.
Mac Mommy.
Mac
Mommy.
All right, shout out to y'all.
Shout out to Manson Bates.
Shout out to y'all. Thank you.
I am. Check out Hooterville.
Check out Hooterville Radio Monday through Friday. There's New Music Mondays. If you have music, you can send it to onhighradio@gmail.com. This is the show, y'all. We trying to make this happen. We try to make this big. You know what I'm saying? So just share it, like it, whatever the fuck, man.
Show us some fucking love. You heard? Alright, we here.
We in the fucking building.
Guys, Harlem Variety Show.
You know what I'm
Diggy
saying?
Down Music on High Radio. Check us out. You feel me? We here.
All
We here to stay.
Yeah, so professional.
Huh?